Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
You're listening to the Yank and Kiwi podcast. Available everywhere on the net.
For the Yank and Kiwi podcast. I'd say which episode we're at, but I think I honestly have forgotten how far we've gotten along. We've done so many of these, that's hard to keep track of all of them. But who cares? How you guys doing? I'm doing awesome. And as always, I'm one of your hosts, Brett, the handsome and charismatic one, and filling in for Sam, the funny one who doesn't shut the fuck up, brags about his superior hair and fashion sense, as well as supposed Anglo supremacy.
I'm Deantay, the boring drinker, and we're going to need to think of a new title for next week.
Yeah, we'll get. It's all work in progress. I think. You know, I'm gonna take a shot at it and say that we get like to what, episode 17, right? I think it's episode 17.
16, 17, around about that number.
I'm gonna check the playlist. Luckily, I remembered all them. Yep, we are at 17. I was right.
Sweet.
Yep, 17 is... That's good, yeah, we're at the big one, 7. But yes, so... As is customary on the show, we're gonna discuss how our weeks have been. And Deantay, you have the floor.
Well, it's been a dark week because we had our election on Saturday our time. And somehow, despite everyone crying out that they want to change a government, that National has been exposed for lying, for cheating the system, you know, pretty much everything wrong you can do, they somehow still led the polls and run with a 12% ahead in the votes. And I can't get my fucking head around how the fuck they did it.
Oh my god. Okay, am I going to assume that... I'm going to assume that most of New Zealand's population is like in Auckland?
Yeah, that would be a fair assumption.
And it's fair to say that Auckland consistently votes left, right?
Yeah, probably, because they're the ones that have got the most money invested in property and land at the moment, and you know that's a tax loophole that National has exposed. So, well, basically, to sum it up is like the tax system is so fucking flawed in this country. You need to have money to be taxed, but the wealth they invest, you know, their tax into land or buildings that they can rent, so they can't actually get taxed on that because it's counted as property. But the tax still has to come from somewhere, so it's the working middle class to lower working class who have to make it up for it with their own money. Meanwhile, these rich bastards, they don't have to pay a damn thing. So of course they're going to stick with National because they're living tax-free. But the problem with this is, over the last, when did they get in? 2008. So 9 years has been pushing the New Zealand economy, and we're almost at the breaking point now, but now we have to put up with it for another 4 years. And to be honest, I don't know how the fuck we're meant to do that.
Well, okay, so the Prime Minister, the administration hasn't changed. But
no.
How about in Parliament? Because like I remember in the Dutch elections, the Prime Minister party or whoever it was, like the incumbent party, they still won, but in the Dutch Parliament, the center basically collapsed, and what's his name? Geert Wilders' party, his actually gained a lot in the Dutch Parliament. How's that gone out in New Zealand?
Well, there is one slither of hope, and it's called a special vote. And we have this guy, Winston Peters, I'm sure Sam's brought him up before, and he actually gets to decide on who he votes for, and his decision could push Labour, which is the closest party behind National, into the winning position. But this is not to October 7th. And of course, he says he hates National, but he's said that before, and in the end he's always put his vote towards National. So it's more of a fucking 5% chance out of 95% that he'll change his tune this year. Thing is, as soon as the election results were done, you know, you had National there on there. They were pretty much claiming victory. And it's like, yeah, right, they've talked to Winston Peters and he's going national. You don't get this fucking cocky unless you really, really think you're going to win. But as far as the public votes have gone, they've taken it with a 12% lead, and it's mind-boggling how they did it, because I said this to Sarah, I said to you, I can't remember, I said, if National doesn't win this time, and no, if National wins this time, I don't know how the fuck they're going to lose, because this is the lowest they've been, and yet they still scrape through. It's, does my head in.
So not only is National still in charge, still have the Prime Minister's office, they still more or less have Parliament.
Yeah, they're already planning the government, how they're going to assemble the government already, like it's a done deal. So yeah, they know something that the rest of us don't.
Yeah, well, I bring up how Hillary thought she was gonna win, but then I gotta remember we're talking about New Zealand, not America. Things are different out here.
Yeah. Yes, they are. I mean, this Winston Peters, he could decide that no, he's had enough of National, but because he and National, they've been arguing over the past few weeks, but we've fucking seen this before, and in the end he goes, oh, you know what, I think I will go with National. All they do is got to offer him something that he really wants, and he'll sway his vote to them easy.
Yeah, Sam was speaking highly of the Labour candidate. What's her name again? Jacinda
Oh.
Ardern, I think?
Yeah, she took over the head of the Labour Party several weeks ago, and like 2.5 months ago, they were flatlined. They were dead. No one wanted them. But she took over, and in the 7 weeks, she turned it around, and they did end up actually being the second highest voting party. So that was quite a turnaround, because she's a newcomer, in 7 weeks to turn the tide so much and give Labour a fighting chance. That's quite impressive. If she had been given more time, I think she could have easily got her act together and given us something that everyone would have been happy with. But sadly, time wasn't on her side. But yeah, give credit where credit's due. She fucking turned the Labour Party around really well in such a short time.
I just gotta wonder. I mean, like I said, you told me National pretty much still controls Parliament. So, like, what are things like not that bad that people are just changing their MPs out?
I don't know what the fucking full story is, to be honest. Because the Prime Minister, John Key, who was National up until the start of the year, he left. He didn't even finish out his term, and they gave it to this new guy, Bill English. But of course, Bill English is just a puppet for Paula Bennett. You know, I've brought her up before with her fucking stupid, oh, it's good that we have more homeless because it means more people are living in New Zealand bullshit speech. So, you know, I can't work them out. But we'll have to see what happens on October 7th, but I'm really not putting much faith in it, to be honest. So it's going to be another fucking 4 years of this crap, and I don't know if New Zealand can last. I'll honestly do it, because we're getting to that point where it's breaking at the moment.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
Yep, it does. So, yeah, not a particularly good week.
I mean, like I said, man, say what. I'd hate to beat a dead horse, man, but like, say what you want about the Netherlands, at least, like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna look it up just so I know who's who. Ruling party of the Netherlands. Because, like I said, I remember like the Dutch elections and how they kind of turned out. Okay, so Dutch general election was the VVD, the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy. No, wait, that's from 2007. That's from 2012. I need the general election from 2017. Like, who's in charge? Huh. So, oh yeah, I was right. It is the VVD. Yep. So yeah, VVD still controls the Prime Minister's office in the Netherlands, but as far as Parliament goes, the center or at least what was considered the center in the Netherlands has completely collapsed, and now a whole bunch of third-party seats have managed to gain a little. Because, like, actually, it says Geert Wilders' PVV party, I forget what that's Party for Freedom. Yeah, that's it. Geert Wilder's party actually managed to get the second most votes in the Dutch elections, which is good. I mean, like, he was the nationalist candidate. You know, like the nationalist anti-immigration one.
Yeah. So they do their one every 5 years or so.
Yeah, I guess which would make sense. They like that metric system.
Yeah.
So, I get, if I had to take a guess, if things do get bad enough, how often do, like, members of parliament get elected?
It's every 3 years for us. So the next vote's in 2020, but of course National technically stay into 2021. They get the good. Yeah, well, they'll be stuck to 2021. So even if we if let's say best case scenario and Labour kicks ass at the next election, they win, it's still fucking 6 months of National that we have to fucking work through, and then Labour's going to have one hell of a mess to clean up. I mean, so it's yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think like the best you can hope for is that the parliament changes.
Yeah, that is, and that's going to be October the 7th, which will be October the 8th for you guys, of course. But I'm really not hoping out for that because, yeah, National is really celebrating and they're planning like it's a sure thing. So they fucking know something we don't.
Okay, so wait, so you said this guy's name Winston what?
Winston Peters.
Winston Peters. He basically decides the MPs for the parliament.
Yeah, he's basically a wild card. We've had the public vote. National have won the public vote, but there's this other voting thing. I won't get too much into it. Basically, he gets the final decision.
So I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Like, what does this? This isn't like what. Okay, the way this is playing out in my head, like this guy's vote basically lines all the seats in Parliament with National members.
Yeah, if he wanted it to.
So even with a national government, you guys can't. It's not like you guys can just put in Labour MPs.
No, because Labour's not going to have enough seats. There'll be Labour there, but they're going to be completely outnumbered by National. Nationals has got most of the seats now, and they're fucking keeping. They're keeping those seats.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They're the minority party.
Yep, they are now. And what's the other one? We got New Zealand first. We got the Green Party. The Green Party never fucking does well. I don't know why people bother voting for them. If you're going to vote for someone to take National out, you fucking go for the party that's going to have the better chance, which is always Labour, especially this year. But people still vote Green, and Green fucking they have some good ideas, Green, but they're not going to win it.
Yeah, I mean, like even if Hillary had won out here, I mean, it still would have been bad. But the Democrats lost like most of their seats in Congress and the Senate. Yeah, Republicans basically took over both houses in the legislative branch. Actually, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it just comes from me not knowing how politics work out in New Zealand.
Politics fucking work fucking differently everywhere, don't they? Basically, yeah, you vote in, you know who you want to be your prime minister and who you want to have your party vote, and your party vote take the seats. But National fucking somehow got a clear 12% lead. So they're the prime minister, and they have, well, unless Winston Peters changes his mind, they're going to have the prime minister, and they have the most seats in Parliament, which is not fucking good.
Like I said, the best you can hope for is like when the next elections for your MPs come around, that people just end up shifting the national MPs out for Labour MPs.
Yeah, the thing is, we're going to fucking have to take a hard crash before people learn their lesson, because it's not sinking in how badly National's in. The only thing is, New Zealand's got to hit rock bottom now. That might be the only fucking thing to get through people's heads. Like, oh shit, these people aren't good for our country. which is a fucking sad reality, but it's the reality nonetheless.
Sometimes you gotta take the bitter pill.
Yeah.
So, well, for what it's worth, hope you guys, at least, like, and when I say you guys, I mean, like, you and Sam and pull through somehow.
Yeah, well, we'll do what you can, carry on, and hopefully win lotto.
As for me, I mean, it's been kind of quiet out here for a while. I mean, autumn finally started up. It's starting to cool down. It was like a chill 48 degrees, which I believe in your plebeian metric system is 14 degrees.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's been nice. Honestly, can't really complain too much. I mean, although kind of like Trump taking the piss out of the NFL for the whole take a knee shit.
Oh, well, I didn't hear about that. What was that about?
Okay, you remember how last year there was all that shit about Colin Kaepernick and how he was, and when he started taking a knee during the national anthem part of football games?
Yep.
Yeah, well, now it seems to be being adopted by the wider organization of the NFL, like they're having the players take a knee during the national anthem.
Huh. Okay, then.
And of course, it was always sort of... If I remember correctly, Colin Kaepernick took this up as sort of a protest against injustices against blacks. Air quote. I mean, like, that guy fucking pisses me off, I'll just say it. Because, you want to know something about him? He got adopted by a well-to-do white family. Basically got raised with a silver spoon in his mouth his entire life. Got to go to a good college, which I guarantee he didn't have to pay for.
Yeah.
And he got to play professional football, and he is going to have the gall to lecture to people like me who have to live paycheck to paycheck about how just because we're white, we're somehow more privileged. And I am like, fuck you.
Yeah, this fucking whole white privilege crap is just such fucking... But when you get fucking cases like that...
White privilege was invented specifically to guilt white kids. That's what it was. It makes them feel bad because they got born with something they had no control over.
It's not all that fucking great anyway. I mean, there's more equality in the world now than there's ever been. But somehow we get this fucking white privilege crap out of nowhere.
Just gotta invent problems. I mean, like,
Yeah.
And you want to know what that does? I mean, like, because of white privilege, when, like, you have a white person who genuinely needs help, they are likely to get passed over for welfare, food stamps, and all that shit because they're white. Because there's this stereotype that because they're white, they got everything together. They don't need help.
Dude, this is just turning into the new racism of, it's at the fucking white people. Yeah, it is.
Dude, it's blatantly fucking racist. It's basically painting an entire people with a broad brush because of the color of their skin, to assume that just because you're white, your life is somehow better off.
Yeah.
Some black guy. Like, I remember there was this one black faggot on YouTube. I say faggot not because he was actually gay. I don't know if he was. I just think he was a fag. But
There's a bundle of sticks. We'll say that.
Pretty much. Exactly. But yeah, he had put out this video saying, like, because this guy, he's like one of those rich YouTubers. He's got, like, he was able to buy his mother a house with the money he's made off YouTube. And he
That's
put out this
impressive.
video saying, "You don't think I know how wealthy I am? I do. But guess what? A homeless white man still has more privilege than me."
What?
Yeah. I shit you not. I remember seeing that in, like, I think it was one of Sargon of Akkad's videos. It was why rich kids love socialism.
I'll have to check that one out after this.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
I will link that to you because it's
Yeah, man, I'd like to see that.
I mean, like, I remember one thing where, like, I've always sort of been disagree with white privilege. I've, like, always hated it just on principle. Like,
Yeah.
there was a time back in college I had to take a cultural diversity class. It was one of those classes that you were required to take. And we got to white privilege. I read this section out aloud of the book, and my teacher, who was this black lady, she asked me what I thought of it, and I said, "You really want an answer?" She said yes, and I said, "I think it's a bunch of horse shit." I didn't actually say that. I just said I thought it, but that was basically what I meant. I said I think it's a bunch of horse shit, and then later on during the class, she does this little exercise where we all gotta join in hands, and based on how you answer, you either move closer into the circle or move further out. And that's supposed to demonstrate white privilege.
Okay.
I would have probably raised more hell, but it just did not seem like it was a hill worth dying on at the time, just because I did not need this teacher flunking my grade just because I disagreed with the class's fucking politics.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks, because when you gotta put up with shit that you know in your heart is just wrong, but the system kind of has set you up in a way that you can't really take a stand.
Yeah, you have to fucking roll with it and grit your teeth and fucking go on with it. This is a fucking problem with schools everywhere, though. They're all fucking like this.
Yeah. You wanna know how just little I think of public education?
What's that?
I had to take algebra in high school. Got through barely on the skin of my teeth, and I haven't used anything I've learned. Meanwhile, there was personal finance, which got offered as an elective course, which means it was optional.
Yeah.
Now, which of the two sounds like it'd be more useful out of high school?
Personal finance.
And they offered that class up as optional.
Yeah, that's about right. That's fucking right.
I even told Sam this earlier, and he said, "I don't think we had personal finance offered at my school."
No, we didn't. Well, not when I was there. I definitely would have fucking gone for that one if they had. It's fucking crazy.
But you know what? But enough about us rambling on about politics and how much they suck. Nobody wants to hear that. Deantay actually grabbed an interesting topic for us this week.
Yes, I did, Brett. Okay, so I'm sure we all know what the Fullmetal Alchemist is, especially if you're an anime and manga fan. It's one of the bigger titles out there. And of course, recently we've had the live action movie from Japan. They've just dropped their trailer and their poster, and all Japanese cast. Well, it's made in Japan, so it's to be expected. And it was one of the directors from the anime season. I can't remember which one, if it was Brotherhood or the original. But anyway, he said he wasn't happy with the casting choice, because it is a diverse cast. And there's no actual Japanese characters in the Fullmetal Alchemist. You got your European, you're mostly German. Well, I'm assuming it's Germany.
Well, it did seem to kind of imply that it was a sort of Germanic country that they lived in.
Yeah, and also...
They even have German-sounding names. I mean, Alphonse... That's a German name.
And of course they call Bradley the Führer. And that crappy Shambhala movie, when they go to the alternate world, which of course is Earth, they're in Germany because there's people who are in support of Hitler there. So I always assumed that was just fucking Germany. Anyway, back on topic. So you got your Germans, European, your Middle Eastern, your Chinese. There's no Japanese characters. So this director said, he's not happy with the casting choice. But don't you worry, because apparently the Supreme anime fans have defended it, saying, well, it's a Japanese product, so they're allowed to have a all Japanese cast. They don't have to worry about diversity, blah, blah, blah. Yet they've fucking got on Ghost of the Shell's fucking case so fucking badly. Dragon Ball Z Evolution, which is a movie I fucking hate, but it's the same principle here. They're picking their fucking fights always in favor of fucking Japan, and it's so fucking hypocritical.
Yeah, that kind of goes without saying. I mean, okay. I mean, every chance I got, I would just troll in the comments saying this film is yellow washed.
Yeah, I remember seeing those.
Yeah, I'm not doing that because I actually have an axe to grind with this movie. I honestly couldn't give a shit, but I just do it just to piss people off. It's for the lulz strictly. But still, I mean, like that. I mean, that just rings of hypocrisy. I mean, like Japan can cast can cast Japanese actors in a movie based on a manga / anime series that has a cast of characters, none of whom are Japanese. In fact, I mean, even if you're going by like the manga and Brotherhood series, the characters from Jing, they're implied to be kind of more Chinese in nature than Japanese.
Yeah, I always got them as Chinese type characters from their names and their weapons and basically how they describe the kingdom.
Yeah, hell, the country's called Jing.
Yeah,
That
fucking there you go there.
That sounds like it's Chinese.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I mean, like, how hard is this to get around your heads, people? Now, like I said, it's being made in Japan, and we know Japan. They tend to, they're very closed off. They're xenophobic. They're racist as fuck. In fact, that's actually what I like about Japan. So, of course, they're gonna cast mainly Japanese actors. In fact, of course, they're not gonna cast any Western actors at all. So, fine, whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, they're doing what they can.
Yeah, but you're gonna raise hell because in Ghost in the Shell, they change Matoko Kusanagi out for Scarlett Johansson, whom, by the way, I don't know. Can we really say Scarlett Johansson's white because she's Jewish?
I think people just fucking ignore that argument anyway. Well, her skin's white, so she must be right. That's what you'll fucking get from them.
Whatever. Well, I mean, come on. Are you really gonna? Do you guys even have any idea how long Ghost in the Shell was stuck in development hell?
Fucking years, because I fucking remember hearing about that fucking, early 2000s. Oh, we want to do this Ghost in the Shell movie.
Yeah, it was stuck in development hell because they couldn't get it was so hard to get the funding because there were hardly like any studios that wanted to take a chance on it. Casting Scarlett Johansson, I mean, they had to have a name actor behind it.
Yeah.
Can you really blame him for going with Scarlett Johansson? I mean, right now she's probably the highest paid actress in Hollywood.
Oh, she'd definitely be fucking up there. Definitely.
Yeah. So, who's surprised that they tweaked the character a little?
Okay, I'm going to get a little controversial here, and there's probably going to be some backlash, but I'm going to play devil's advocate here. The Ghost in the Shell movie, it is based in a futuristic Tokyo, and what's their fucking group's name?
Actually, I think it was Hong Kong, and it was Section 9.
Section 9, that's it. Yeah, it was Hong Kong, my apologies. Okay, it was made up of all types of fucking people. They changed the race of all but 2 characters. Now, okay, so you got your Major, and she's not Japanese in this version. And they do explain this, and yes, it's cheesy, it's corny, and it's flat out fucking stupid, but it's an explanation nonetheless. Now, here's the thing. Everyone's saying, oh, well, the movie's evil for fucking whitewashing this. The Major was still originally Asian. She had her mind stolen, and she was put into a fucking android body. This should make these people look evil because they're stealing the identity, they're stealing the race. Again, it's a stupid, corny, cheesy, fucking absolutely ridiculous explanation, but it's one that works, and it's one that you can relate to her suffering because she's had to change the identity. And it worked for me. It did work for me. It was fucking stupid and ridiculous, but it worked.
When I saw that in the theaters and they actually did that, I was actually kind of surprised. Like, holy hell, they actually pulled that trigger?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was honestly surprised that they actually decided to go that route. I would have thought they'd completely, like, dump all, like she basically would have just been the Major in name only. But no, they actually went with that route. They actually decided to say, okay, how can... I think it was sort of a case where they looked at themselves and said, we want to use the Major, but we have to have a bankable star in our movie too. Is there a way we can do both? So, and hell, I mean, like in the fiction of Ghost in the Shell, it's honestly not that. I don't think it's unheard of.
It's plausible. It's not that far of a stretch to consider.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm trying to remember. I think I remember an episode of Standalone Complex where Pazu was hunting down a serial killer that was killing off some of his ex-girlfriends and I think like changed out synthetic bodies or something. I don't remember. It was years since I saw Standalone Complex, and I don't know. For some reason, I can't get myself to watch it a second time.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't get through it, to be honest.
Think about some of that sounds like a better idea on paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, although, yeah, pretty much. In fact, even in the original movie, I mean, the Major basically swapped her consciousness into a different body after she had merged with the Puppet Master, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
The fiction makes such a move plausible.
Yeah. It's utterly fucking ridiculous, but it works. It does work.
Yeah, it works with its own internal logic.
Yeah.
And hell, I mean, like, even if you want to get, like, upset, like, over the Death Note movie on Netflix, which, fuck, I still gotta get around to watching at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this one out myself.
Yeah, but yeah, they transplanted the setting. They moved it out to Seattle. And I even told Sam this. They could have gotten away with still making light Asian, because we do have a high Asian population out here in Washington, especially on the western side of the state. Although most of them are Koreans and Filipinos, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, they could have gotten away with it, but they decided, no, let's just make light white. It makes sense. It's a different setting. You're in a country that is still, at this moment, majority white. Okay. Really, about the only thing I've seen so far that I have objections to is L making a public appearance. Even if he has his face obscured, he doesn't do that. He's never done that. He never goes out in public.
Yeah, I saw that on the fucking, when he's on the trailer and he's it looks like a fucking hoodlum. I'm sorry, it looks like a fucking hoodlum the way they've done him up, and it didn't fit.
No, I'm just saying, like, even if he's obscuring his face, that's not what he does. He never goes out in public, like, ever.
No, he's a very fucking in the back of the scenes type person.
Very reclusive.
Yeah, that's a better word.
Although Sam suspects that he might be autistic as fuck, which, given some of his habits, I'm saying isn't out of the realm of possibility.
No, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, like, in fact, L actually demonstrates that he's got really bad social skills.
He does.
So,
is it ever stated where L's actually from? Because he's a world-famous detective, but he could be from anywhere.
Yeah, even the creators were kind of coy about it. Like, he just said, like, he's 1/4 Japanese, 1/4 English, 1/4 this, 1/4 that. Like, I don't think even he knows.
No. All he knows is that he's got strong ties with the FBI in America, so he's... Yeah.
But yeah, I mean... So yeah, that's about the only thing I could say was an objective flaw, and I haven't even seen the movie. But once I see it, maybe I'll find several things to bitch about. Stranger things have happened, but yeah. As far as actually, if I can get back on all this Western adaptation shit. With Dragon Ball Evolution, I mean, like, is anyone gonna really buy that a white guy is named Goku? I mean, although that movie was doomed from the start.
Yeah, it was. But, fucking devil's advocate again. Goku in the anime is presented as a guy with blue eyes, and of course his hair turns blonde when he goes fucking Super Saiyan. That's a very European description.
Yeah,
and he is an alien.
Dragon Ball Z, this was based off Dragon Ball when he couldn't even do that.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta assume that they were gonna they thought, oh, this is gonna take off and we're gonna do our sequels. You gotta assume that they had that in their minds when they did this.
Okay, point taken.
So they got the rest of the cast was Asian, wasn't it? There was an Asian-looking cast. The rest of it was, except for Goku.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean like, yeah, they got Yamcha right. They got Bulma right. They got Master.
They got Piccolo wrong.
You know what? Chow Yun Fat probably was. He was probably the best guy to cast for Roshi. I mean like, even if he doesn't look a thing like him, but whatever. He at least seemed like he was acting the part right.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I will grant you this. They probably thought they were gonna get like sequels out of this, but you know what? This is the thing Ghost in the Shell got right. They at least put a bankable star behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, fucking Goku was with that Justin Chapman, I think his name is.
I don't think even at the time he was a name star. Like,
No, he'd been in War of the Worlds. He was on Lost, and he was on, I think it was Skins for a while. That was pretty much it. He was a new and upcoming person.
okay, maybe they thought this was... Holy shit, imagine that he looked at that script and thought this was gonna be his breakout role.
Well, he probably saw Dragon Ball. He's like, oh yes, this is it. This is it. Fucking Dragon Ball. I know Dragon Ball. It's fucking huge. You can't fucking blame him for that, to be honest.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like... Okay, I mean, for one, the script was shit. Nobody could have salvaged that, and... I mean...
No.
Besides having a bankable star in Scarlett Johansson, objectively, you can say that Ghost in the Shell script is at least solid.
Yeah, it's decent enough. It's not the fucking worst thing I've seen.
Yeah. It at least
No, in a long shot.
It's at least good enough to not be awful.
Yeah. It's a below average mark, I'll say.
Yeah. It's just, but yeah, Dragon Ball's, aside from having a really terrible script, if they probably would have made more money if they just had a name actor playing Goku, but I think anyone with taste looked at that script and said, yeah, I don't want this. You know, I would not be surprised.
Well, that's the thing.
I would not be surprised to learn that they shot this script out to several name actors and they all turned it down.
That would actually be something interesting to look up, because I'm trying to think of, because that came in 2009. There weren't that many fucking stars around that age that weren't tied up with Twilight around that time, were there?
I don't think so. I mean, like, 2009, I mean, like, that was when the first Iron Man movie came out, right?
No, that came out the year before, 2008, because it was the same year as the Hulk. But of course, also it was around about the time the fucking script writer, what's it fucking, when they all went on, that was it. They were just recovering from that. So there wasn't a lot of movies out in 2009.
Yeah, good points. I mean, you had to deal with the fucking Writers Guild strike, which, this is okay, I hate to get political again, but this is just something that annoys me. Why do actors and writers need fucking unions? Why do they need unions?
I don't know, because I don't know how it works. I don't know how it fucking works over there. I have no clue how it works.
I don't know what it's like out in New Zealand, but out here it seems like we have a union for everything. We have a painters union, we have an electricians union, we have a roofers union, we have a teachers union.
The unions for a lot of things here as well, but maybe it's just fucking. Maybe there's some fucking law that we don't know about. There's a position for a job, doesn't matter what fucking job it is, there has to be a union. Maybe it's just as simple as that.
I don't know. Well, I do know one thing. Like out in Hollywood, if you're not affiliated with like the Writers Guild or the Screen Actors Guild, you're not gonna find work.
No. No, they get fucking scripts in from fucking everyone. It's fucking basically as bad as fucking everyone uploading to YouTube every day. And all of the shit gets disregarded except for the inner circle.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And they get fucking scripts from everywhere. And a lot of them just get fucking chucked straight back out.
Of course.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's also why they do a lot of filming out in New Zealand, because they don't have to. That's actually part of why it's so expensive to film out here in America, because you gotta deal with all the various unions.
Yeah. Maybe it's like fucking when the Radioactive Man movie and fucking all the new taxes that came into Southern Dry.
Yep.
Was it the wearing puffy pants tax? I don't wear puffy pants. I meant the not wearing puffy pants tax.
And then what's funny is at the end, the Hollywood guys, they just accost the people of Springfield for just leeching off them, and then they said, "Let's go back to Hollywood, where people are honest and don't take advantage of each other."
Yeah, that's right.
That was a great episode, by the way.
It was. It was.
Yeah. Although it seems like we've kind of taken that topic as far as we can. I guess we could at least talk about, like, as far as like the Fullmetal Alchemist movie goes. I mean, the other Sam told had a very astute observation about it. He said, "Nice cosplay."
Yeah.
Of course, that's sort of the thing with all these Japanese productions. They always look kind of embarrassingly cheap.
Yeah, they do. And there was one thing I noticed because I looked at the cast list and there's no Scar.
What?
There is no, unless they've got him under a different name. I may have to look into it, but there's no Scar. And it seems you've got your Lust, your Envy, and your Gluttony. They're there. You've got your Führer. You've got what's his name? He changes his daughter into the hybrid animal, and you got the religious nut, and Rosemary's in it, but there's no Scar. And Scar is the semi-antagonist for the first few chapters or episodes until he has his anti-hero turn. But with the events that appear to be in the movie, there's no fucking Scar.
So
And he has a key role in it.
Wait, what events from the manga are they planning on adapting?
Well, it looks like, okay, so I can assume that they're going to have the false religion thing when the guy's got the fake philosopher's stone. Yeah, what's his name changing his daughter into a hybrid. Then I assume that it's going to be the final showdown might be in the, that abandoned place where they find the other suits of armor and then Lust and Pride attack. Not Lust and Pride, Lust and Envy. I assume that's going to be the final showdown. I don't know. I'm just going off the top of my head here.
Like the introductory arc. I mean, that might make
Yeah.
sense. I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You probably want to start small.
But you still need fucking Scar in it.
Maybe they'll do an event, Marvel Studios thing, and have a post-credit scene.
What, it's that guy and his daughter, and he's talking, and then the door fucking is kicked open, big musty guy comes in, and it's time for your judgment from God, or some shit like that.
Which would be pretty badass, admittedly.
Alright, if they do it that way, I'll fucking give them a pass for not having him in the main cast, because that would be a pretty good way to set it up. But it also depends on how many fucking movies they want to do, and how they're going to do the story. Because if they want to do it up until the chosen day, you got a fucking shitload to cover, unless you're going to take. You could take out Briggs. You don't need fucking Briggs. You could take them out of the movies easy enough. You could. You need Greed, so you'd have to have the fucking Greed arc. Sloth could be as smallest role as possible. But you need a bigger role for Pride if they're going to do it with the Führer's son. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm going to have to fucking see how this fucking movie plays out. I mean, but the fact that there's no Scar credited, it was a bit of a red flag. I'm like, okay, that's an important fucking person to leave out of your movie.
Yeah, it is, because Scar killing that girl is pretty much like an inciting. It's the inciting incident to really get the events pace of the manga and anime rolling.
Yeah. Because the good fucking portion is him trying to take on the Ulrichs up until they meet Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other fucking thing. If you're going to bring Father into the future movies, I don't know what the fuck is. It just going to be a one-off? I don't fucking know.
What is interesting is that I looked at that article from Kotaku that you put up. It says that the anime director's name was Seiji Mizushima. He said, continue. If you ask me whether I think the cast could pull it off, I'd say no, they can't. He also said, it's hard for actors to capture the look and feel of the original manga. So, to me, that kind of says like he doesn't think it should have been done live action to begin with, but that's neither here nor there at this point.
No.
What's interesting is in this article it says, that doesn't mean Mizushima hopes the live action Fullmetal Alchemist will fail. On the contrary, while he mentioned the merits of anime adaptations, he did say he was rooting for the Fullmetal Alchemist movie. Bad ideas and all, I guess. And of course, because it's a Kotaku article, it's just like, fuck. I think that's a full paragraph. That's what you call an article? That is a blog post at most.
Yeah. But what caught my attention was just the fucking backlash on the fans. Oh, it's a Japanese product already. They're allowed to have full Japanese cast and overlook the fucking ethnicity of the people. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, and yet right when Hollywood tries their hand at it, then all of a sudden they have a problem. And remember, kids, it's only racist when white people do it.
Yeah.
Even though, Hollywood is mainly run by Jews.
Okay, you know what? I don't think this is actually technically a racist thing. I think this is the fucking mindset of the hardcore otaku anime fans, the ones that give us a bad name, because we like anime, but we're not the fucking obsessed fucking Japan is the god of all fucking everything that they are. So they fucking defend everything Japan does. Everything has to be Japanese. Everything has to be subtitles. Everything has to be fucking whatever it fucking can be. But I bet if you ask these fucking idiots anything about Japanese history or culture, they'll just sit there with a fucking blank look on their face and not know what to say.
I'm just laughing at the thought of them being such hardcore weebs. Because, fuck. Them being... Because what makes me laugh is, like, you guys are aware that during the Tokugawa shogunate, Christian missionaries got executed on sight.
Yeah,
In fact, they practically committed genocide against Japanese Christians when the Tokugawa shogunate was running things. And that's not counting all the war crimes Japan did during World War II.
Oh, fucking no, that's a fucking large can of worms to open right there.
Oh, man. Later on, I gotta link you to this really funny vid that I came across. It's an excerpt from the Dick Show, where Dick Masterson is interviewing Sam Hyde from $1 Million Extreme. He had a sketch comedy on Adult Swim for a bit called $1 Million Extreme Presents World Peace, and it got canceled for being too, what's the word? Controversial.
Okay.
Yeah. But he takes Sam takes Dick through this walkthrough of a sketch that he planned for the show, which he calls Yellow Night.
Alright.
Now the way it goes is that you got these people at a restaurant, and one of the chicks there says, I think I want to try this Asian-style salad. And one of the other chicks says, "Oh, let's ask Bryce. He came back from his trip to Asia, and he's supposed to be dressed up like this fucking weeaboo. He's got like a kimono shirt and with a Japanese-style print and everything." And then it just shifts into what's supposed to be his inner monologue, and he's just verbally abusing the lady for even deigning to suggest what an Asian salad is like out in Asia, and because it's not really from Asia, it's just a salad with some fucking mandarin oranges thrown in, and they don't really have salad out in Asia. Like, it's a funny video, and the guy animated it using Source Filmmaker, so it's even more hilarious.
I'll have to fucking check that.
Yeah, in fact, if you guys are listening, type in the YouTube search bar, Yellow Knight. You'll laugh.
Yellow Knight.
Yep, that's
Cool.
Yellow Knight as in White Knight. Not Yellow Knight as in Dark is the Night.
Knight with a K.
Yep.
Yep.
In fact, that's I think Sam Hyde said that's what the idea behind the title was. It's supposed to be a play on white knighting. But still, I mean, can you really cry it's white people being racist when Hollywood is run by Jews? In fact, this is not me just being Mr. Edgy alt-right, which this is actually provable. Like, many of the people in charge over in Hollywood are Jews.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. I think the race card, it's just played for the smallest fucking thing. It's just so mundane now. And
It's not fuck. The way I look at it is like whenever they're talking racist, I just tune out immediately. I mean, like,
yeah, that's me. It's like I'm done. Brain shut off.
the politically correct social justice sectors of the left, they've just abused that card so much it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, now it's like now when you're confronted with some actual racism, it's like, what are you gonna do?
You ever heard of the boy who cried wolf? Yeah, boy cries wolf. Has a couple of laughs. I forget how it ends.
No. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Like,
No.
and the fact of the matter, it wouldn't be such a bad thing if it wasn't being exclusively used on white people.
I know. And this is just a fucking thing of the moment. You know, a few years from now, it'll be turned around. It'll be someone else's turn to take the fucking blunt of it.
I don't know. I mean, like, although I do think like this started being a thing like back in the '90s, I believe, because that's when political correctness really started taking off, if I recall.
Yeah, that'd be about right. But yeah, all right. So it may be around for a while, but some point in the future, it's going to be someone else's turn to get all the slack, and it'll just fucking go around and around and around.
Yeah, I know. Although I gotta say, thank God for the internet, because now the internet's allowed people who don't like being politically correct at least have an outlet. In fact, I mean I kind of say what you will about 4chan, but if you want to say they're evil, I'm gonna argue that they're a necessary evil, because we need this place where you can just go, be anonymous, and just say whatever is on your mind without having to worry about getting any repercussions about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like, I was going somewhere with that. Now I remember. I remember coming across earlier in the week, Mel Brooks issued a statement saying that political correctness would be the death of comedy, and why is it that it's had to take Mel Brooks to spell out something this fucking obvious?
That's a very fucking good question.
In fact, I mean, I'm actually of the belief that if a comedian isn't offensive to some extent, he's not doing his job correctly.
No.
Comedy's supposed to be offensive.
Yeah, and comedians have been insulting people for fucking years. It's...
Yeah, I mean, like, has anyone watched any of Richard Pryor's stuff? I mean, have you seen what George Carlin would say about Christians?
Yep.
Did you see what Bill Hicks had to say about Ronald Reagan? Did you see what... I hate to invoke his name, but I have to say it.
Okay.
Did you see Dennis Leary's No Cure for Cancer, where he was taking the piss out of political correctness completely? Even though most of the material was plagiarized from the far more talented Bill Hicks, may he rest in peace.
Yep.
So, I mean, like, that's why I'm glad that we've got guys like Bill Burr who just don't give a fuck about being politically correct and just say whatever they want. And also same with Doug Stanhope.
what the fuck is being political correct these days anyway? It's no matter what you fucking say, you're wrong. So
Right now,
it has no meaning.
Right now, at this point, the only people you're allowed to insult are white, male, cis, heterosexual, Christian men.
Okay, so all right, let's say that that's the politically correct way to go, and everyone fucking turns on them. How long is it before someone's like, well, hang on, this isn't right. What about this group of people who's initiating it? And then
Dude, that's exactly what's
it gets
happening.
fucking shift. Yeah.
Dude, that's what's been happening for the past few years, actually.
I mean, that's what I mean, like how it goes on and on. It's just, yeah. So the fucking political correctness to me has no fucking meaning because it just seems to shift with the times and what the majority of people want to fucking take their pitchforks and go and find someone to burn over.
And this is why I like anime, because Japan is a country that doesn't give a fuck about being politically correct. In fact, I guarantee, if you asked a Japanese person what they thought of political correctness, here's the response you would likely get. Oh, what is political correctness? Baka gaijin! I guarantee you, it means nothing to them. I'm gonna say, Japanese people, they are racist and xenophobic, and that is why their stuff is good. Because none of their I mean, you can say what you want about how anime caters to too many tropes and otaku sensibilities, and believe me, you will not hear a peep out of my opinionated ass. But the fact that they don't give a fuck about political correctness, they just make what they want to make.
Yep.
That's what being creative is supposed to be.
I agree.
Even if 90% of anime is uninspired dreck that panders to the lowliest of otaku,
Especially fucking these days, man.
Yeah.
Especially these days.
With all the fucking light novel adaptations.
Oh, God. They've got to be fucking running out of them by now, surely. I have to admit, I have not followed what's new in anime for some fucking time, unless, like, I hear, well, this is really popular, on Facebook, it's a big title, I might look it up then. Other than that, I fucking stay away from it.
Well, let's, you know what? Let's go take a look on Crunchyroll and see what was big for this current season. Just as a little, gauge the field a little, see what's big.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, shows. I'm right here, right now. Okay. Simulcast. Seasons. Here we go. That's what I want to look at. Seasons, please. Alright, here we are. Okay, for seasons, seasons lineup. That is it. Seasons lineup. Okay, for seasons lineup, we have, what I assume is a One Piece film. Let's just knock out the obvious ones. You got a One Piece film, Dragon Ball Super, Boruto. So that's just, those are gonna get broadcasted. That just goes without saying.
Yep.
Okay, let's just look at the ones that don't seem as obvious. You got season 2 of My Hero Academia, which I did see the first season. I kind of liked it a little bit, even though it plays a little too much to shonen tropes. But you know what? It's at least kind of neat to see Japan take a crack at doing superheroes.
What's that one called?
My Hero Academia.
I'll Google it later.
Yeah. It's not that. It's like One Punch Man, except it's not a parody.
Okay. Yeah. Might be worth checking out.
Yep. There's an anime adaptation of Monster Hunter. Haven't played the games, but I hear people really like them.
That might be slightly interesting.
Yeah. There's another season of Folk Tales from Japan, which I haven't actually watched it, but I do think the idea behind it is at least neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like a whole anime series just basically doing adaptations of old Japanese folktales. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to watch that?
No, that is a good idea. Okay, I think we're losing our point here, Brett.
I know. Okay, I clicked on another one called Ancient Magus's Bride. Premises: Chisei Hattori, 15 years old, lost without hope and without family. She is bought for money, but not by another person, but by a non-human sorcerer named Elias. Though she hesitates, she begins life anew as his apprentice and future wife. She moves on with her new and peaceful life, slowly but surely, until one day, when she finds a Japanese picture book among the many sent to her from London by Angelica. It is a fateful book that discovered her in her younger years when she was still troubled and lonely.
Okay.
I have no idea what that's supposed to be, but whatevs. Okay, here's one that should probably prove our point. This one's called A Centaur's Life.
Centaur's Life.
It is from what I can tell, it is a slice of life, and the main character is, it's basically a slice of life starring monsters, and the main character is a centaur girl.
Okay.
So that's starting to sound more typical, right?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Restaurant to Another World, which just based on the title alone, I guarantee you is a light novel adaptation. Okay, there is a certain restaurant in the first basement level of a multi-tenant building in one corner of a shopping street near the office district. The historical restaurant, marked by a sign with a picture of a cat, is called Western Cuisine Nekoya, or Nikoya. I don't know how to pronounce Japanese words all that well, even though I spent most of my childhood watching Godzilla movies. Surprise. This restaurant looks completely normal through the week, but on Saturdays it opens in secret exclusively to some very unique guests. During these hours, doors in various areas of a parallel world open to allow customers of many different races and cultures into the restaurant. So, slice of life that takes place in a restaurant that has a magic door that lets in fantasy creatures. I'm not sure how much you can do with that.
No. It'd be better as a movie, I think.
Probably. At least... Oh, that's one... Okay, here's another one. My first girlfriend is a gal.
What?
For those of you who don't know Japanese culture... Yeah, you know those Japanese chicks that tan and have blonde with their hair? Gaurus? Yeah.
Fuck.
A new high school term begins, as does the season of new encounters. As he surveys his class full of couples, Hashiba Junichi's mind is filled with distress as he asks himself, "Why am I still a virgin?"
Oh god, it's one of those.
Having heard from his friends that the easiest way to fulfill his long-standing desire to graduate from the Fellowship of Virgins is to kowtow to a gal, Junichi does exactly that and asks his classmate Yukana out, and unbelievably, she actually agrees to date him. What will become of Junichi from now on? Okay, based on that premise alone, it said, have to kowtow to a gal. This is basically Cuck the anime. This guy's gonna be completely cucked.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be cucked he is gonna be a cuck to a total thought. That's just too funny. That is just way too funny. Okay, here's another one. Gamers.
Okay.
Don't know if that one. Okay, don't know if. Premise is, would you like to be with me in the Gamers Club? Amano Keita is a perfectly mediocre loner with no particular distinguishing features other than his love for games. One day his school's prettiest girl and Gamer Club president. This is how you know it's anime. The pretty chicks are never the president of a video game club.
If that ain't fucking targeting the audience that we're trying to fucking really refer to, it is. What's that?
Keita's life forever changes as he finds himself in the midst of a rom-com with beautiful girl gamers.
Yeah, that's fucking targeting the audience that we're fucking meaning here. That's fucking designed for them.
The
That is perfect.
These chicks do not exist. There is no such thing as. I mean, yeah, you can find cute girl gamers if you go through Twitch, but in high school, there is never a video game club full of cute girls. That doesn't happen.
Oh.
Okay,
Somebody's trying to fucking probably. Well, if you go to this YouTube channel, you'll find a bunch of them. I fucking guarantee it. Someone will fucking say that.
No, look, you look up on, you go through YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, you are going to find cute girl gamers, which I'm gonna guarantee you, they're not even real gamers. They're fake. They're fakers.
They're just fucking using it to fucking get their chin on their money. And you know what? I fucking hand it to them. They're taking advantage of something that's easy to take advantage of. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, for the record, I do not have a problem with chicks basically capitalizing on their tits while playing video games. If they want to do that, bully for them. But don't fool yourself in thinking that they're the real deal.
No.
They are not. Yes. And especially do not think that you are going to find, if you're in high school, you're going to find a video game club full of cute girls. You are not. You will not. Oh, here's another interesting thing. There's another. Deantay, do you remember an anime from the 90s called Irresponsible Captain Tyler?
I can't say that I do. It's not ringing any bells.
Well, apparently there's I'm assuming, what is a sequel series to it called Irresponsible Galaxy Tyler. I remember because it starred Crispin Freeman in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
I don't know if it's. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna look up one last one, and this one actually was kind of interesting. It's called Children of Ether.
That might be interesting.
Yeah.
Going by the title.
Yeah. Okay. Children of Ether follows Rhonda, a woman with a dark and mysterious power, as she is pursued by an unknown assailant after the death of her father. Aided only by her wits and a pair of orphans, Rhonda journeys through a decaying dystopian metropolis populated by raiders, gangs, and the supernatural. As she struggles to survive in this harsh urban tangle, she meets both friends and enemies and searches for answers about this power, the ether awakening within her. Yeah, that actually sounds cool.
That fucking sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know? What do you know?
Says it's an. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a full-fledged series, because there's like only one. On Crunchyroll, there's like only one video over it. Or
might be something new.
It's possible it was just recently released. I don't know.
Well.
But yeah, this one actually, this one actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, and that's a fucking new anime, and what do you know?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a fucking turnaround on the horizon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's yeah, I mean, although can't really say that that's like most anime, because like I said, most of these are like, I guarantee you, light novel adaptations, and they're very tropey, to put it bluntly.
Fucking, I see so much of the fucking same shit, you know. Guy, childhood friend, new lover. What's gonna happen? Maybe there's this fucking supernatural twist thrown in it somewhere, or guy returns home to find his old friends, blah 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 blah. It's, oh god, can we get something fucking new?
Yeah, I know. I mean, like I don't blame Japan. I don't blame studios for following money. Either. I mean, just come on, try and at least pepper in some stuff that sounds interesting throughout.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was this one other, this new one that Sam likes. This one, he says this one's very hilarious. It's called Sure Dure Children.
What's that about?
To those of you who could never say I love you, this story is about ordinary high schoolers and how love makes them fired up, shaken, laugh, cry, and hurt. Whenever things go well or not, this story of adolescence and romance will show you how they spend their precious youth. Every character is the main character here, and you're sure to find one you can sympathize with.
Interesting premise.
I actually saw the first episode, and I'll say this. it's at least short. They're like 11 minutes apiece.
Yeah. That's probably what you really fucking need for something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, the episodes are short, and it seems like it has sort of a rapid-fire approach to its jokes, like it just keeps them coming. And some of them were actually pretty funny. Like, there was this one where one of the girls was smoking, and the class president caught her. And she was like, oh, what are you gonna do, report me? He said, no, I won't. Not unless maybe you give me a kiss. Hey, if Sam likes it, it can't be all bad, right?
It's got to have some merit. It'll have to have some merit at least.
Because we both know Sam, and we know how fucking picky he is.
He's extremely fucking picky. And he likes shit that he doesn't like shit that we actually enjoy, like Serenity, Firefly, and there was another Ergo Proxy. Do you like Ergo Proxy?
Yeah, I like Ergo Proxy.
He doesn't.
Yeah, like I said, Sam he has very, very discriminating taste. So
yeah, he's type of guy. If the smallest fucking thing's out of place and it really bugs him, he's done with the series. Exactly. That's Sam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We love you, Sam, but we are going to make fun of you anyway.
The other fucking thing, when I think about these romance animes, and especially how they've just fucking taken off, as you said, the adaptations and visual novels, they never get the fucking characters right. They're all the fucking same. They're shy. They don't know what to do. And all right, yeah, that's a good outlook on what it's like to be young and in love, but it's so over fucking done. And every character is the same in every fucking show.
I know, right? I mean, like, sure, I get it. It's adolescence. Everything's awkward. Nothing feels right.
Yeah.
We all went through that. But, I mean, like, I think it might have something to do with I think the reason why is because maybe we're just frustrated with it because you and I, we've gotten much older. We've moved past that.
Maybe. Oh, well, this is actually a fair point. This is actually a very fair point.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, like, we do got to assume that we do got to keep one thing in mind. Like, a lot of these shows have at least in Japan, they are aimed at a specific type of audience, which is mainly to be like. I think it's fair to say the majority will be adolescent boys with some crossover with adolescent girls.
Yeah.
And like I said, you and I, we are older. That part of our lives is over. We can't really relate to it anymore. I mean, you and I can remember what it was like to be teenagers, but
doing all the fucking stupid shit. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, although I would say, like, at least in my case, high school was just a fucking chore to get through. Everything that would, all the good times from high school were the stuff I did out of high school.
I'm going to fucking say something. I think you're going to hate me for it.
What?
You know how I'm doing I've been watching Ruby in preparations for the Origin thing?
Oh, keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking.
They get the romance between characters mostly right in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fucking say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They get the connection between, you know, what it's like to be young and have feelings for someone. They actually managed to get that fucking part right.
Interesting.
I'm going to fucking say, I have to fucking give credit where credit's due, man. Except for, I think it's Blake and the monkey guy. I fucking hate those two.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I fucking... The Ruby fans creep me out, man.
As they should. They are kind of creepy.
I was looking up some pictures and clips.
Oh,
and
God. Why? Why did you?
For my video.
I know, but oh, God. Deantay, that's just... There's no need to torture yourself that badly.
Well, you don't know where this is going yet. I did come across...
Oh, but I have a pretty good idea.
Oh, no, this is going to blindside you a little bit.
Right.
I did come across something, and it was a full-written fucking article, and I think there might have actually been a video to it, and it was a theory on Ruby on why Blake's not a virgin. What the fuck?
You're kidding. Like, I thought it. Okay, I thought it was. I'll tell you where I thought this was going. I thought you just came across really, really bad fan art that just makes you cringe. But
No,
this actually sounds like it might be fucking hilarious. Like, really,
I did say it was going to blindside you.
Fucking prove that Blake is not a virgin.
I didn't actually read it or look at it, but I'm seeing that. I'm thinking. I just scanned through it quickly, going down the page. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, someone has actually sit here and has put fucking thought into this theory of why Blake is not a virgin when you first meet her. Who the fuck cares? What fucking difference does it make?
Oh my fucking god, like seriously, man. How much time do you have?
I don't know. Because in the context of the show, she's 17 or 18 and she's had a long-term boyfriend in the past. I mean, who gives a fuck? Is it and if she's not, is it really that fucking unexpected? Why are you fucking planning this theory?
I didn't think if anyone is not the virgin, I guarantee you it's Yang. I mean, come on, does she really strike you as someone with discriminating tastes?
No. Well, they do refer to her as fucking bimbo a few times.
See, I mean... Oh man, Sam is laughing. Sam is rubbing off on me if I'm doing his little cackle.
But yeah, because I had to get my fucking shit to do this video properly. But I came across something thinking, fuck me, someone is writing a fucking full. Can't even fucking think about
by
it.
all means, please feel free to steal my bit for that video. I'd be honored if you. I'd be completely honored if you did.
What's that? Steal what?
Steal that. Yeah. If anyone is not a virgin, it's gonna be Yang.
Okay.
I'd be fucking honored if you steal that bit.
I'll throw it in there. I'll find a way to throw it in there and keep it in context.
Oh man. Oh god, I'm just like fucking hell. Like someone's at like I'm just more interested in what the proof is.
Well, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
This is what you call peak autism.
But
Someone who comes up with something this ludicrous sounding, I guarantee you, has to be fucking autistic.
And even if she's not, what fucking difference does it make?
I know.
She's 18. That's what gets it. She's a fucking teen girl and she's had a long-term fucking boyfriend. Use your imagination.
Yeah.
They don't fucking gel on anything.
Yeah, whatevs, man. I mean, like...
And whether she is or not, it doesn't fucking change anything at all.
Yep.
I mean, unless... Yeah. It's... somewhat... Oh my god. Someone fucking the time and effort. It reminds me of that fucking old Silent Rob video when he was going through mail he didn't like, and someone fucking sent him this fucking paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of why it's okay to be a brony.
Holy shit! I have to see this.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link.
Silent Rob punching bronies. I have to see this. My life depends on this, Deantay.
Yeah.
It fucking
I'll send you the video. I will send you the video. I'll look it up right now so I don't fucking forget. But he's like looking at this. He's like thinking, dude, are you seriously fucking writing a paragraph to me for why it's okay to be a fucking brony?
Oh my. Oh, I cannot take anymore. I think if we keep on going, man, I'm gonna end up dying from laughter, and that's gonna be the end of the podcast.
Won't be the worst way to go.
No, it wouldn't.
Silent Rob hate mail. Retarded mail episode 1. Let me just quickly skim through it, make sure I got the right one.
Well, speaking of anime adaptations, have you heard any more scuttlebutt regarding the upcoming Godzilla anime?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I've checked it out a little. That's going to be a trilogy, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
So
Or some.
So I guess so. Instead of going for like a full-fledged TV series, they're just gonna go for a series of movies, which probably is the right call to make. Otherwise, it's a Godzilla TV series. As much as I would love that, it would probably get really boring really quickly because it'd have to be a Monster of the Week type show.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a trilogy of movies. I may be fucking wrong here. If I'm wrong, fucking people can correct me. I'm not going to get all fucking anal about it.
I'm gonna look it up just to confirm that I was just confirm anything. But yeah, still though, I'm kind of surprised that it took them this long to get to it. Like, this seems like something they should have done years ago.
Well, the sad thing is, fucking America beat them to it when they fucking did the Godzilla animation series for that crappy 1998 movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay. Oh, here's what's good. Yes, it's a film. It's gonna be. It's the first in a trilogy, and it is gonna be released worldwide on Netflix.
Hey, I got something right for once. What do you know?
Yep. Yeah, your law of averages.
Yeah, because I remember I found that out when I was looking up that Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the release date for that, and that's when I came across the animated movies.
Yeah. Okay, here's what the premise is. Year is 2048. The human race is forced to leave Earth after decades of losing against Godzilla and other giant monsters. They take a 20-year journey to another planet called Tau Ceti A, but upon arrival they discover that the planet has become uninhabitable. As living conditions on their ship deteriorate, a young man named Haruo spearheads a movement to return to Earth and take it back from the monsters. The ship successfully makes the return voyage, but the crew discovers that 20,000 years have passed, and Earth's ecosystem has evolved with Godzilla reigning atop the new food chain. Okay, they're doing something unique with Godzilla for once.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to have to watch that.
Just imagine, like, Godzilla's basically had the run of a whole planet for about 20,000 years. That's just... Actually, I'm amazed that he could survive for that long.
Well, there's no actual fucking lifespan given to him, is there? Because apparently he's been around for... Yeah. There's different versions of him, and some he's newly created, others he's been around for millions of years, so, it's whatever they fucking want him to be for the story, I guess.
He's a mutant monster powered by radioactivity, so whatever.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there.
Actually, speaking of this, I came across a semi-old Adult Swim show called Mary Shelley's Frankenhole, which is sort of a stop-motion animated series that stars Victor Frankenstein after he's created this immortality elixir and now lives in his own castle that's sort of exists like outside of time and space, and it's connected to all these portals that he calls Frankenholes through different periods of time.
Yep.
And in one episode, it's basically a parody of Godzilla movies. It has this monster called Hauralius, which is, he looks like Godzilla, but he's just a walking Asian stereotype. I like, he's always like he talk like this. Oh no! He's got like that pointy Chinese hat, and he's got the big glasses and the buck teeth. Oh man, like, you remember Father Ted's Chinaman impression? That's basically it. And the best part is the entire cast in that episode is voiced by this Korean actor named Ken Jeong.
Yeah, I know of him.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he got his breakout role was where he was playing, I think, this Asian guy in The Hangover, and that's kind of his whole thing, is that he just basically plays a stereotypical Asian.
Yeah, well, he's got that fucking sitcom when he's a doctor.
Really? Interesting to note is that he actually is a doctor.
Is he? I did not know that.
Yeah, in fact, he, in his own words, his wife had to talk him into acting.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
He was on Community. But yeah, I'm not kidding. He said he was encouraged by his wife to quit his job as a physician and pursue acting full time. Said, I just finished filming Knocked Up and it was life-changing, but I didn't have the courage to go for it until she persuaded me. Medicine is a hard-won skill and acting can be a fickle position, so I try to be realistic. Now I'm a spoiled actor. I get weekends off and hiatus weeks. Time I never got as a doctor.
Well, fuck. I mean, go fucking give it to fucking doctors.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a licensed physician in California. He's just not currently practicing. He had an MD from University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill School of Medicine. I don't know what his practice is though.
Ah. Yeah, well, yeah, he's on a sitcom when he plays a doctor. That's
Said it was, it lists like his two big roles as Dr. Ken. That's the one, right?
Yep, that's it.
It says he's also the creator and producer on it.
Well,
So it's basically
there you go.
He's just playing himself.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is you'll fucking know all the correct medical terms, which would be a plus.
Yeah. Okay, so we've been going on for about almost an hour and a half. And I don't know how much more we can do. I don't know how much more we can fill out without just doing more Asian stereotype jokes.
No,
In fact, that was basically what the whole episode turned into, just us talking about Asia stereotypes.
I just fucking remembered a live action adaptation which people got on about it not being fucking Asian. And this one is a real fucking stupid one.
Ooh.
Blood the Less Vampire. Because, you've seen the anime movie, eh? She gets placed into that base
she's on a U.S. Air Force base in Japan.
Yeah. Well, in the live action movie, she actually goes to America. And people were complaining they should have had a bigger Asian cast. She's fucking Asian on American fucking soil. Do you fucking people not hear yourselves?
Nope, they don't. No self-awareness, so yeah.
Fucking idiots. You're all fucking idiots.
So, I'll just close this
Has to be
out.
said.
Let's just close this out in the most offensive way possible. Sayonara!